now. It's just a bunch of like waiting for Ethan to finish. Okay.
What do you mean? It was clearly Izzy. We were waiting on him the entire time, like always.
The entire time. I'm so sorry, guys. I really didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Izzy, you have a problem with this?
Izzy, you
Still-
have
I learned to
a
just
problem.
accept it and not even argue with it anymore.
In the middle of sketch taping my phone to the wall.
15.
You guys can go ahead and introduce your characters now.
I am just a lion.
Ivan
On
has very,
legs.
very pale skin. He's pretty tall, and he has white hair, as well as purple eyes that turn a bright, glowing red whenever he uses magic.
Doc is a very towering elephant, but in
that's
his
what
20 years of service, he has developed a very strong, like, tactician's mind. So he always like plans ahead and tries to anticipate exactly what's going to happen, like in a battle.
What?
He does this by like analyzing like old tactics and like artwork of his opponent. He's more like cause, you know, like some generals and stuff people get like really scared of because, you know, they'll like threaten you with death. He tries to be more likable and more, you know, more of a person with his, you know, the people underneath him, which is a lot of people underneath him, because he is actually second in command to the emperor himself.
But my job's cooler still.
Even though you're third in command.
Oh yeah, and I can order around. Oh yeah, me and Aiden are like best friends now. So if you, that's some kind of backstory. I don't know if we want to say that right now. No. Oh, and I'm not lawful good. I'm lawful neutral. Because I couldn't be lawful good if I'm playing with the Emperor, I thought.
Nope.
Yeah, Chad Champion is literally just Reinhardt from Overwatch. So here, wait, I'm getting some pictures of him. Wait.
Beautiful.
Clearly, he's the giggest of Giga Chads. That's how it works.
You have been summoned by Emperor Titus Cicero Amulius to the Castle of Spires in the capital city of the Elysian Empire known as Ladon. This walled castle has reinforced stone walls and a square keep with defensive battlements. Monstrous spires tower far into the sky, their designs influenced by foreign architects and made to appear awe-inspiring to the citizens of Ladon and the entire Elysian Empire itself. What did you say you rolled for perception?
A 16, I believe. Yeah, 16.
16. You look around this room, and of course, it being the palace of the Emperor itself, it's just filled with things. You see like a full plate of armor.
What is the most expensive thing in the room?
Hanging on the wall is a spell scroll. It is worth 2,042 gold pieces.
Wow. That's a lot of
Okay.
gold pieces.
Basically, I'm going to sit there and I'm
I
going to
did it.
memorize every last detail about it, even the smallest little thing, so I can create an illusion of it later. Do I need to roll for that?
Sure, I would roll Arcana.
I'm trying to figure out magic to remember things? Okay. 16, again.
You are able to remember almost all of the scroll, and this scroll is for the spell Arcane Sword.
Oh, okay. Now I've memorized the scroll too. I can use it. Can I use it?
You can use it, but you're currently not at the level where you can cast it to its full ability. So the amount of damage
Okay.
it does is reduced.
Nice. I just tried to find something expensive I can make an illusion of, and I happened to learn a new spell.
On a hit, the target takes 3d10 force damage, but because you're not at the level where you can cast it to its full ability, it just takes 1d10 damage. And until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to move the sword up to 20 feet and repeat this attack.
Nice. I wanted something that just in case, if we needed to trade something super expensive for some reason or something to get some information, I would technically have a way to make it seem like I did have something to trade.
Okay, well, it's worth this
We
much.
could get the information no matter what.
Now that you
Maybe.
guys see, Ivan staring very hard at this scroll on the wall for a good 5 minutes. As this is going on, you are called into the actual throne room itself. You were in the waiting chamber before. Inside, you see Emperor Titus Cicero Amulius, and he is standing beside his throne and has cleared everyone else out of the room, which is quite unusual.
How tall is he?
Like 6 foot.
6'2".
This is the guy that we in the I know this is the guy that we helped in the one shot, right?
Yep, he's now the emperor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I did not help him in the one shot. That was my dad.
Yeah, technically it was
Yeah,
your
you did.
father.
I did, though.
He says, I have called you here on a mission that is of utmost importance to myself, and one that must be kept in complete secrecy.
What is that mission?
This is currently unknown by the rest of the Empire, and I expect it to remain unknown for as long as necessary. But my daughter, Cassia, has gone missing since yesterday. This is to be kept a secret, because I have many enemies, and I do not want them finding her before I am able to. Will you all undertake this quest?
Yeah.
Of course, my lord.
Sure.
He puts a hand on both Leo and Doc's shoulders and says, You both have supported me these past decades, and I believe that you can find my daughter, if anyone. I appreciate all that you have done for me, and I hope that you undertake this quest with great seriousness. He turns to Ivan and says, Although this is our first meeting, I know that you are Cineri's son, and he was there on that first battle. And although his contributions might have been a little less, I've heard much about you.
How does he know that I'm interested? He knows like nothing about me.
He's had people,
Oh, yeah,
he's
Andy
had
burned
people
a lot.
spying on you, basically. Well, not like straight out spy on
Oh
you,
no.
but
Oh,
he's
no,
been
it's
having
had
them
people
kind of
spy
like collect information on you. And then he looks at Sam. What is his name? Oh no, it's Chad Champion now.
Chad.
His name is Chad Champion. Because Sir Chad Champion, I know a bit less about you. However, you have become quite infamous within the Empire.
Would this be the first time that I met Ivan? Or would I have known him
Yeah.
from okay.
Yeah.
I just look at his eyes out of curiosity.
It's like, yeah, this dude's got glowing red eyes and he's wearing a mask made out of animal bones. With a nice suit.
Titus hands you guys a charm that has a red gem carved with a symbol of a crown on it. He tells you to go see the Empire's currently only oracle of the god Amaris, known as Janina, in order to see if she has any clues on his daughter's whereabouts.
Tuck it into a random little pocket on the inside of my coat.
Are we letting him carry it?
Do we trust this guy?
Why
gonna
not
be
give
able
it
to
to the big elephant dude? No one's gonna steal from a big elephant dude.
Very, very
Love to
true.
see them
Yo,
try and
toss-
steal it from me. I would love to see them try and steal it from me.
So Titus just nods when you put it away, and he says, There is an airship currently available for you outside of the palace. If you need to procure any items, I can supply them, or you may go out and buy your own with prepayment. I wish you luck on your trip to the Western Temple of Amaris. It will be across the desert, and it might be a quite dangerous journey at first, but I believe you can do it.
Well, if we're all in agreement, I think we should go directly to there and try to find her as soon as possible instead of searching for more items or anything.
Heck to the
Well, I
excellent.
want to get one item first. Is there any types of arcane focuses around here I can get? I've been searching for one in the form of a ring for a while.
There is currently a ring that you can find in the Arcanist district. If you go there, there is a store.
I want to go there.
He snaps his fingers and a servant comes in and he orders the servant to make a map to the district and hands it to you. It says you can find the ring at this location.
Nice. I'm
right.
going there. Who's coming with me?
I guess we're all ghosts to make sure you don't get lost or anything.
Yeah. Hey, as long as I get to smash stuff, I'm good. Or be a
While
human
we're on our
shield.
way,
Either way's fine with
I'm
me.
going to stop to quickly tell you all. if anything happens to me at any point during our journey, carry my stuff and keep them with you. I will return for them.
Okay.
Okay.
This dude's crazy. He's
Yes,
full
that
of it, dude.
includes death.
Oh no, death means death. Death doesn't mean, hey, I'll be back, man.
Yeah.
I just kind of turned to you and then like, yes, it does. You'll see.
What's with you being all cryptic?
Yeah, why can't you
Why
just tell
can't you
us?
be straightforward? If I'm going to be your human meat shield, I need more details.
I'm gonna,
For
as we're
now.
walking, like after he walks ahead, Leo, I'm gonna just kind of like grab your shoulder and be like, I don't trust this guy. Just help me keep an eye on him.
Dude, I don't trust anyone. I don't know what you're talking about. That dude's a human, and that dude definitely doesn't smell like a human, but he looks like one. I don't like him.
Yeah. Technically, I don't know. I'm some sort of undead, half demon, half human thing
Hey, to me,
by this point
I was like-
already.
human looks like a human, acts like a human. He's a human. So far, he seems like a human.
Well, as you're walking, you see merchant vessels arriving off the port carrying many commodities from every region and every season and every time of year across the empire. The catchphrase for Ladon is simply, "What one does not see here does not exist." In the market can be seen oils and spices such as frankincense, trinkets, and crops from across both continents that the empire spans. Here is like a common marketplace for the entire world as the empire knows it.
I'm just gonna start heading there. I don't care if they're following me or not. I just go.
I'm gonna continue.
I'll just wait like outside the store. I don't want to go in because we should stick together.
Well, the building you walk into is called Linduli and Arul's Arcana. This street outside is lined with street vendors hawking potions and elixirs, and this shop is a 2-story building hewn from an outcrop of rock with dwarf wrought iron furnishings. The walls are engraved with runes of power and sorcery. Inside, you see a male elf named Linduli.
How do we know his name? We haven't asked.
I
He
need
has
to
a
buy
little,
an arcane
he has
focus
a name tag.
ring.
He's got a name. He's got a nameplate
Yeah, he does. It's a stone nameplate.
on his.
He's busy working on getting me the ring. I'm going to study his appearance so that if absolutely necessary, I can hide in any situation as him instead of me.
Well, he has long brown hair that is pulled back into like a low ponytail, and he's kind of got very sharp looking dark brown eyes as he stares at you.
Ring. I need one.
And he stands there with his arms crossed and he looks down at you and he goes, "How much?"
Have this scroll, and I just summoned up the illusion of the scroll.
So we could prepay. The emperor said we would just we would say in his name or something.
Oh, well, I have 10 gold on me, so how do I do that, actually? Because I should probably do that instead of just holding up the scroll and being like, look what I have.
The guy just looks at the scroll and he's like, "Nice scroll. It would be worth about 2,000 gold for me to take it off your hands."
Interesting. Be like the emperor guy and me.
Do you have any proof?
And they'll just like pull out the necklace thing.
Oh, okay. I see. Forgive me, I did not know that you were such an important customer. Right this way. And he takes you over to like this cabinet and he pulls out a set of rings. He goes, "This ring," as he holds up one,
Ooh.
"is a ring of mind shielding. You can make the ring become invisible, and if you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife.
Oh,
long as
that's
the
going to
soul's
cause
in
a
the ring."
problem for me.
It causes problems that
See,
your soul is in a
if
ring?
I have... Yes. See, my soul already comes back when I die and brings me back to life, so it would be a little problem if it got stuck somewhere.
Oh, okay. And he just stops asking. He's like, he's better not to ask this guy what the heck he's talking about.
And then I just tuck the necklace back in my Get my code as I wait for the next ring.
This ring is called a ring of spell turning. This
Interesting.
is a legendary ranking ring, by the way.
Dang.
I'll take a
Why are
both.
we giving him a legendary ranking ring right now?
You can only afford the ring of spell turning with 2,000 gold. I'm afraid it is of legendary importance.
Yeah, but I've also got like the Emperor behind me gonna pay for stuff.
This is true. I suppose the Emperor's treasury can handle this. Alright, yes, you can take both rings. If you would like more,
The
of course you
Emperor's
can
gonna be
buy
mad
more.
at
The
us.
Emperor's paying, why not?
Oh
Oh
no.
god. Okay, you get the ring of spell turning. You want the other one that seals your soul? Mind shielding?
Yeah, I'll just like if I feel like I'm about to die, I'll just like throw it at somebody else.
You're gonna forget about that, and you're gonna get trapped in the ring. I can guarantee
Oh yeah,
that.
definitely.
The last ring you get is the Ring of Warmth. While wearing this ring, you have resistance to cold damage, and in addition, you and everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's probably negative 50 degrees. You're just
One,
putting all
two,
these rings
three,
on at once?
no.
Alright.
Wait, are you putting them on the same
1, 2,
finger, or are you putting them on
3,
different
4.
fingers?
I put like
Same.
2 of them
Put all of them on the
ring
same
and
finger.
then, and the other one on like the next finger over, you know.
Put every single one of them on your pinky. Just your left pinky.
While the others are standing outside, Leo, you see there is like an outside marketplace, and they are selling special longswords that are called sorceress sabers.
Longsword?
Yeah, these marketplace sorceress sabers, they glow. They give off
Ooh.
a bright light.
Lightsaber? Lightsaber, let's go.
Lightsaber.
Yeah, you see this kid that looks around 17, and his hands are covered in grease. He's got like sleeves down to here and some goggles attached to his head, and he's sitting there advertising, "Come one, come all! See the specter of the sorceress labor's new technology, invented by the Empire's greatest enhancers."
Wait, me?
Wait, are you trying
So
to
it-
say you're the greatest enhancer?
I feel like I'm a pretty high ranked person in the Empire, and
Doesn't
I'm
mean
an
you're the best
enhancer.
though. But that doesn't mean you're the best enhancer.
Hey,
it just means you're high
I
ranked.
will be the best enhancer. Yeah, that's a fact, isn't it? I'll be the first level 20 enhancer in existence.
Come on, every single Digimon main character has those classic goggles on the head. Do you
Don't sell
sell any
accessories.
Digivices?
Did you say Digidevices?
Digivices. Do you sell any Digivices? Come on,
He
you have
squints
to.
at you and says, "I'm afraid I don't know what that is."
You know, the things to turn Greymon into War Greymon. Or Metal Greymon.
That's some sort of weird monster.
Going to buy a laser sword. I want a lightsaber.
Right,
Let's
that'll be
go.
20 gold pieces.
I will give him 20
Double
gold
the
for
amount
a
of money I
magic
currently
weapon.
This is the most
I mean,
advanced
that's-
Magitech created in recent years. I'm giving you a
20,
steal.
only
Come on.
20 gold.
That's really
That's
cheap.
kind of sucks. I mean, I guess I have the money, so I'll buy it anyway. But that is so sus.
No, it probably has like not
Disgusting.
anything but like a little illusionary light on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. It's just a normal light longsword.
Longsword.
You could roll
Swords.
history if you want.
Oh, I will
Yo,
be rolling that.
I'm just
I'm
gonna,
not sure how
walk
well
out of
it's
the
gonna
shop
go.
and walk up to them. I can roll Arcana on them.
What's a 14 for a history check?
You look at the build and you see that there's kind of like a beam of magic energy, no bigger than the blade of a sword, emitting from like this kind of like steel hilt. And there's a crystal on the top. It seems to be more like a proto
Kind of
sorceress
crystal.
saber. So it only does 1d10 damage.
A lightsaber does 220d damage.
So it does the same thing as a regular longsword. It's just light.
It's the light. That's actually
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool. I'm not gonna lie.
basically a
Yeah.
prototype.
Oh wait, it's
What?
a prototype. What's the real thing look like then?
What the prototype that hasn't been a real thing made yet.
When you roll history, you know that like this is a prototype form. The actual ones are on the market, but they're way more expensive and they're more rare. So that's how he's able to like get all these cheaper prototypes and sell them.
Oh, so you don't actually
Okay.
sell the
Oh,
you
what
don't,
if?
you don't actually sell the good ones. You just sell the prototypes. I'll buy the prototype. Why not? I'm gonna support the designing.
Let's scam the guy who's trying to scam people.
Do you say it's a
Not very good.
prototype out loud?
They do say that? Okay.
Well, do
That's
you
fine.
say it's a prototype out loud?
No, did you say that?
Oh yeah, I'll tell him like, dude, this looks like a prototype. It doesn't look like the real thing.
When you say that, the kid's like, shh, shh. Come on.
Oh,
man.
so it is
Well,
a scam. 20
like most
gold
of
seemed
these-
really cheap.
Yeah, he's like, most of these
Hey.
people have never seen an actual one before, okay?
Hey, do you know where I could find an actual one then?
I want to scam the dude that's scamming people, and why can I not?
He's technically not scamming because he's only charging really cheap.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Well, compared to what
You
they're
do-
supposed to be, but he's charging more than what.
Look, guy, it does cost a bit more to put crystals and make them glow, so technically, it should cost more than a normal longsword, okay? And these are just regular citizens. What do they need a fancy longsword
They
for?
draw a normal longsword, touch the metal, and cast an illusion that makes it look exactly like his. And I'm like, costed nothing and no effort.
But it'll go away.
No.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
I mean, does the kid know anywhere I could find like an actual one then?
He's like, go see Atticus, okay?
I'll keep that in mind, and I promise I won't tell
I like
anybody
this
that
shop
these
guy
are just
just not-
prototypes.
And he's
I'm
like,
pretty sure people would still buy it even if they were prototypes. Just saying. They still look pretty cool.
I try. Anyway, you can find Atticus in the Merchant's Burrow at the Dessus Gate.
I cast an illusionary spark, just like a big bang sound, and like some lights to get everyone's attention. They say, "This guy's selling prototypes. His product's crap."
All the citizens just look at you in the market space, and they're just kind of like, this guy's selling fraud stuff. He's like, what do you expect? Who buys
Oh,
swords from a
God.
17-year-old kid?
Oh gosh. I was trying to be nice and wasn't gonna expose him.
Everyone just kind of like, oh, prototypes.
I'm a 19-year-old kid, so
Yeah, you're only 2 years older than him.
Yeah, they all just kind of like move away from the stand for a while, and then you see an officer, like a guard, come over to the stand. He's like, "You selling fakes? Some prototypes? Exactly how did how'd someone like
Oh, it's
you
a-
get a hold of prototypes of Magitech?" Hmm?
Oh, it's against the law here. I should have exposed him earlier.
It's not
Why did you
against
get
the
paid?
law. It's more like he's kind of young and just a commoner, so he shouldn't be able to afford magic tech in order to like. He's thinking this kid's reselling it, like he's stolen and reselling it. That's what he's expecting.
Didn't the kid say he was
Supposed to be
making it?
dead, so you know.
He
This
doesn't.
guy
know.
doesn't know that.
Oh, okay. Can I walk up to him then? I feel like he should recognize me, right?
No, I cast silence on you because I want to see this play out.
You cast silence on your commanding officer. Are you for real gonna do that right
He's
now?
asking us
It's
earlier,
really
why
bad.
would you kill me? Just,
I make them. I didn't steal them. I'm not reselling them or anything. I know how to make the prototypes. And the officer looks down at him and he's like, "Oh, really? How would you ever get the blueprints to a
Ow.
prototype? Exactly. You're just a commoner. You don't have any noble backing. I know about you. You sell stuff on the side. Anybody can come and pick them up. What would you know about making magic tech?"
why'd you have to cast silence on me?
Fine, I just spelled it into silence.
Now
Like, we'll
can
give-
I go
we'll
over and
give
be
you
like,
react-
this kid's fine. This kid's fine. He makes it himself. I've seen it. I expected the prototypes myself. They're not stolen.
When the guy's just about to like grab this kid by the arm and yank him up, he sees you and he like drops the kid and he like backs up and he's like, "Oh, Sir Pride Claw, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were here. Forgive me for my insolence. Yes, if you have inspected them, I believe your judgment. I would never do anything against the Emperor." And he just like runs off.
No.
I want to look to see if there's any magic hammers, like war hammers, big hammers that I can use
No.
to smash things with.
We should probably go save this girl.
get my hammer. Hold on. I want to get my magic hammer. I'm gonna look around for a magic hammer.
No, Izzy, I got a prototype lightsaber, not even the real thing, so you're not allowed to get anything.
When you mention wanting a warhammer, the kid looks at you and he goes, I kind of been working on one myself. I could give you one as a thank you for telling that officer to go away. And he pulls out this...
That was me!
Well, look, you're associated with
there.
him, okay?
Well,
Oh,
so am I.
he only got
Doesn't like
prototypes.
No, you caused this, James.
Yeah, you caused this.
Yeah,
You
I'm so
silenced
associated
me.
with you.
This kid doesn't like you. He just glares at you when you're like, I was involved too. And he's like,
I kind of like my eyes start to glow red again,
Oh my gosh.
and I like just grab him by the chin, and I'm like, "You really don't want to make me angry."
I'm gonna put him down. So I just say very forcefully to Ivan.
you grab the kid by the chin. He's just like, you wanna kiss me so bad it makes you look stupid.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
Get right.
that's it. Rick, what was my attack? That's
Oh my gosh, don't attack the kid!
I am ordering you, Ivan, to put him down. I'm gonna step in and I'm just gonna grab onto Ivan's hand and yank it off the kid.
This
What's
kid's like
this
still
one?
trying to hold this massive warhammer, by the way, and he's shaking, can barely handle it. Yeah, it's a vicious warhammer.
I'm gonna ask
what
him
is
how much he'll charge for it. Oh wait, no, he said he was giving it to me, right?
Yeah, he goes no charge. I know now that when that officer left, I didn't know that you guys worked for the Emperor. I wouldn't have.
No, it is. We should not be above the law. We should not be above not being charged. You deserve the money because you made the product.
his skin begins to burn, and his hair ignites in flames.
Why would you do this?
That doesn't sound good.
And then I'm gonna start patting the kid's head and like patting out the fire.
Oh wait,
Is there a water barrel? Like, is there a water barrel near me?
Yeah, there's a fountain.
I'm gonna run over to the fountain real quick, and I'm gonna fill up my trunk with water, and I'm gonna run back
Wait,
over. I'm
he
gonna
was holding
spray
a
him all over
warhammer,
with
right?
water.
I'm gonna pick up Ivan and just pull him with me and just
dealt
walk
one
away.
fire
You are done
damage.
here.
One.
I'm gonna restrain you and take you with me. We're going this way.
Leo's
You're
like
done with
dragging
this.
you away. This kid is soaking wet. He's just like, you guys just please keep him away from me.
I'm gonna say sorry for the trouble, and I'm gonna toss him 5 gold pieces.
Alright, are you guys gonna go to the airship?
Yes.
Alright. You guys head to the dock. Well, the airship dock next to the palace.
We head to the dock.
Yeah, and you see this massive airship. Yeah, well, you guys reach the dock and you see a giant military-style war balloon. So it has a ship and a giant balloon coming off of it that's fueled by magic. Standing next to the dock, standing next to the ship, you see this guy who's probably around like roughly 20, 19 years-ish old, and he has like a big set of curly hair, like dark curly hair, kind of like tannish skin, dark brown eyes. And he's sitting there excitedly holding a bag with a bunch of scrolls and books in it. And he's like, I've been waiting on you guys this whole time.
I want to see all of them.
You just go
Wait,
to
so
this
is
guy
like in a
who, like,
backpack, or is it like just holding a bag? With
it's
him?
kind of like a rough cloth bag. He's just holding in his hands with like a strap around.
I want to see all the scrolls.
Give me the scrolls now. I need to see all of them.
I need to study every last one, every single detail.
And he's like excitedly standing there. Like this kid's so excited that he's like visibly just like shaking. And he's just like, you're interested in history too? Oh yes, I would never.
I'm
I
like,
never
yeah,
knew any of you were
sure.
interested in studying history. Oh my gosh! And he's just like pulling out scrolls, and he's like, "This is the history of Elysia, the beginning of the Empire's history. I have a timeline of the history here. This one is all about the Colosseum. This one's about," and he just keeps going on, and it starts pulling out.
I
all these
read
scrolls.
every single word on all of them.
Okay, so you read all of these scrolls.
So while
and-
we do the mission, James is gonna be plopping down and sitting reading all the scrolls.
Yeah, you might want to get on the ship before reading all the scrolls.
I get on the ship and I just start reading all of the scrolls.
But do you really?
I'll give you advantage whenever remembering history about the Empire from now on because you're just
Oh,
reading all
nice.
of this, kids.
Is there anything about my dad in these scrolls?
No, most of it is about like the general history of the Empire or about certain architecture and buildings and things like that. Not
Okay.
about specific people exactly. There's a lot of like myths and legends mixed in with it to make it seem like this very like glorious, overblown history. And the whole time that you're reading him, this kid is just talking. He just keeps talking. So as you guys get on the ship and you just see Ivan sitting there reading all these scrolls, this 20-year-old dude or whatever is just talking his head off, or talking his ears off, talking his head off, whatever, about history. What are you guys gonna do?
All right, we'll just go to the ship, like the not the stern, where the control room, and just tell them to keep going.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's like
We
a
get crow's
massive-
nest.
The crow's nest is the giant balloon.
I'll
Yeah,
go
there's
sit
like a-
in like the front then. Just
It's very
pop
hot.
Pop a squat. We'll go sit at the end of it and just like, oh no, look out until we get there.
First, you exit the massive city of Ladon, and you see all of these little houses and shanties and markets and giant like Colosseum buildings as you're flying by. Eventually, you reach out into the desert. It's extremely hot. It is 136 degrees Fahrenheit the next morning when you wake up. You must drink
This is my
twice as
natural
much
habitat.
water, or else take a con save every hour for exhaustion. Do you guys have 2 gallons a day for water?
I mean, not on me. I'm guessing. Okay, I'm guessing the ship has.
Wait.
Also, I want to ask though,
Okay.
because me and
Drink as
Aiden
much.
actually come from the desert. So would we have some kind of like natural ability to
No, I
resist?
don't.
Like, so we only need like half a gallon or something.
Well, there are oases in the desert, Izzy.
I know, but we're used to the harsh weather, whether there's water or not.
You can
Doesn't,
choose.
but
I let you guys choose heat or cold resistance. You just have to drink a normal amount of water, but everybody else
Okay, cool.
has to drink twice as much, or you have to take a Constitution save. There is some water on the ship already, but not enough for extra. It's kind of just like once per day.
I'm drinking the water. I'm taking some from the ship, and I'm drinking the rest.
He's just stealing some of the crew's water.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm not
I'll-
stealing water from the crew.
Wait.
I'll just
It's okay. The crew succeeded anyway on the Constitution save. It's clear and sunny for several hours, and as you continue through the desert, you start to notice or hear first a whirling wind, and then you see it in the distance, a giant sandstorm.
Ooh.
And as you're going through this storm, the crew's all
again.
running around. They're like, "Captain, look!"
Oh no!
As the sandstorm blows through, it extinguishes the open flame that is keeping the war balloon up and makes flight impossible. So the ship
Oh,
starts to
no.
crash.
If I can't save us all, I can just try and save myself.
Wait, why
Yeah,
don't you just
the
put
rest
the
of
hand
that
around the
fucking
fire?
deal.
Why don't, wait, no, make a shield around the fire so it doesn't extinguish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's like, wait, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I put the shield around the fire so that it can't be put out.
You manage to keep the war balloon like barely afloat in this massive storm. But within the storm, like the darkness and all this swirling sand, you see little flickers of light, and they start getting closer and larger.
that ain't supposed to happen.
Can I
I
roll a
wonder what
perception
this
check to see what it looks
is.
like to see what, try to figure out what they are? I know I
Yeah,
have
with
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
but a 14
Never
for
mind.
me.
I got a 7. I forgot about disadvantage.
Leo, you can't make out what it is at all. Doc, yeah, you're able to see some things flying close. As they get closer, the kid next, well, I'm calling him a kid, he's like 20. Next to Ivan says, "Giant fire beetles! Wow, you never see those, they're usually underground." The sandstorm must have stirred them up, and then, like, as they're getting closer, they start swarming the ship.
Uh-oh. He seems really excited to see these
so I'm gonna target
giant
the
fire-breathing beetles.
Yeah.
Target the closest one to me. And I wanted to make a.
Hey.
Well, they might not be.
wisdom save.
They might not be aggressive though. They might just be swarming the ship. Wait, they're going after the fire? No,
Yeah,
we do have to
they're-
attack them then.
Okay,
They are
okay, I have an
attracted by
idea.
the glowing fire.
It
Uh,
hears a soft melody, and then it's gonna go insane if it doesn't accomplish the wisdom save, and then it will die.
10.
Ah, nice, it failed.
6 damage? That's enough to
2,
kill
a
it.
3, and a 1. Oh,
This
it
is
is?
just a beetle.
Yeah, it's just a giant beetle.
Okay.
It's enough to kill it.
True.
So now that we've killed one out of
Yeah.
a giant swarm, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Homunculus Servant. And basically, I just make like a tiny little construct. It could be like metal, it could be a living thing. But I'm gonna make like this little metal bird, and I'm gonna have like flames kind of shooting out of its wings. So then hopefully they'll be attracted to the flames of that and not the flames of our ship. And I'm gonna kind of just send it off, and hopefully they go after it.
Wait, I could have created an illusion. I'm an idiot.
The others are attracted to the light of your little homunculus, and they start swarming that instead of like the giant air balloon fire.
And then I'm just gonna let it fly off.
All right,
So, like
they
I said,
follow the
spider
bird and they leave the ship. It takes some time for the captain to finally get the ship through the sandstorm. You guys are finally able to make it out at a slower pace. Waste about 2 hours as you're lost in the storm, but finally you make it out. Half the ship is covered in piles of sand, and part of the crew is just like half drowning in it. Like you just see them, their pants are covered in sand. The young man who boarded the ship with the scrolls clutches his cloth bag close to him and shaking with excitement and adrenaline. Oh, thrilling, wasn't that, lads?
Very.
I've never experienced a sandstorm. This is the most exciting thing. Alright, you guys continue to travel through the last half of the desert. And towards the edge of the desert, you start heading into the mountains. In the middle of the mountains, there is a temple that is carved out of the center. This is the Western Temple of Amaris, home of the Oracle Janina. As you start to land the ship, you see a training ground, some buildings that are meant to be like study halls and dormitories, and a giant worship center for the Holy Knights.
Land ho, boys!
It took you about 48 hours, roughly 48 hours to get here, so a little over 2 days.
I demand better service next time. The flight attendants weren't nearly as nice as I thought they would be.
So after finishing reading the papers, I like start carefully putting them back away in the bag.
Alright, you disboard the ship, and there's already some Holy Knights waiting for you. And they say, welcome to the Western Temple of Amaris.
We are here to make very much haste. We must have a audience with the Oracle.
What is the purpose of this audience?
Is currently none of your concern. We are doing something that is straight from the Emperor, and we are not supposed to say.
Oh, we aren't?
Yeah, I just kind of show the necklace to prove that we're not lying and then put it back away.
They part on both sides and allow you through, and they say, oh, for the Emperor right this way. You may go see Janina. She awaits you at the top of the temple.
Dude, I just realized, James, you're like that one kid that in like a movie that they give like the fake police badge to, and he goes around showing it to everyone, going like, I'm with the cops. You listen to me, okay? It's like two actual police officers will be standing with him. He's like, I'm a cop.
So that nobody I'm there just showing it so that nobody actually checks me to make sure and realizes that I'm supposed to be dead and have like this demon connected to me.
Well, you head up there and you notice a large, glorious golden tree. It is in the center of the temple with vibrant golden leaves that's said to be blessed by Amaris.
What happened if I touched it?
Don't touch it, James.
The guy that you stole the scrolls from originally before giving them back, he runs up to it first and he goes, the ancient tree of Amaris. He's like, Holy Knights sit under it to meditate and purify themselves for training and before going on missions.
I'm like,
I never
oh
thought
yeah,
I'd
that's
see."
not a good idea. Like I just kind of back away. I'm like, oh, that's a bad idea. The second that he says that it like purifies people, I just kind of back up. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing.
So fantastic.
Like I sound like really nervous when I say that.
Well, I suppose we should get on to the Oracle then. Let's go. And he starts running off again. You get to like the doorways of the temple, and the Holy Knights open it up for you, and you hear music playing inside, and master musicians and artisans are within, crafting magnificent clothing, playing kind of
Wait,
like this
they're making
ceremonial
nice
theme.
clothing? Can they make me a nice suit?
I mean, sure, they're kind of making clothing for the Oracle and the Knights, but they can make clothing for you if you paid them.
Dude, I'm gonna go walk up to them and ask them to make me a nice suit.
It's gonna have like it's gonna be a holy suit. As soon as you put it on, your skin starts burning off.
We kind of
Just
serve
does-
the temple themselves, so our services are not normally given to the average person.
I smack them over the head with the illusion of the scroll and say, I'm not average. Look, it's expensive. It's a money.
How are you
Okay.
smacking him with an illusion?
Yeah, it's supposed to pass through things if it's a minor illusion.
And be like, "Oh."
I act like I'm smacking him and like with it.
Pull
and then
back
like I
the line,
have one in the hand, smack him at the same place, and then make it disappear.
Okay, I mean he notices it's a divine scroll. And he thinks there's like something up. I'm like, if you're able to have a divine scroll, he's like, okay, maybe this guy is kind of important. So he goes,
He's not.
okay, he offers to make you some clothing. It'll take 2 days for him to make it for you though. And that's with everybody working on it.
Okay, well, make it.
Okay. Are you guys just gonna leave him there while he talks to this guy, or?
Yes.
All right.
Find the
Yes,
oracle.
we need to do this
I'm
post-haste.
done sticking around this man.
We have an objective we must complete.
All right. You leave Ivan alone, and when you finally reach the oracle, she is sitting behind this kind of like big screen, and you see a lot of like incense smoke burning from behind it. You just see a faint outline of her. Welcome to the Temple of Amaris. I heard you would be coming. My name is Janina, as you will know, and I'm certain the Emperor invited you. He has a quest. Perhaps he is searching for answers, trying to find something that is hidden. Am I correct?
Hey,
You are correct, madam.
Does Ivan still have the amulet?
Yes.
Weren't we supposed to give that to the oracle or something?
Yeah, you were.
Oh yeah. Go back and get it real quick.
Not of importance. Not of importance. Leave
I'm
it.
gonna walk over.
I kind of walk in the door and I'm like, yo, what's going on? What happened? What I
I'm
missed?
gonna walk over and take the amulet from him. Give it to the oracle.
Where are you gonna take it from? It's like hidden in my coat.
You're
How are you
just
gonna
like patting
find
down
it?
his coat.
Pull out like 8 things beforehand. Random little
Oh
things.
my gosh.
I'm trying to find the amulet, but I put it in the wrong pocket. So I pull out like 8 things, including my gun, before I find it.
You can see my character's fur starts turning gray as we sit here waiting.
All right. Well,
Yes, there it is. Here you go.
when you finally find the amulet, one of the apprentices or like servants of the temple stands up and grabs it from you, and then goes around the screen and hands it to the oracle. You kind of see her shadow is outlined. She's holding like this strange sort of, call it like a pipe, and she's sitting cross-legged, kind of like slouched backwards, and she takes the amulet and she looks at it and she says, "What is your mission? What did the emperor say you were here for?"
We're here to search for a lost girl named Cassia. We need your help in finding her because we were told that you could track her through the amulet.
Yes, Cassia, Titus's daughter. She goes, I believe the Emperor must be fearing for his daughter. Of course, that is the mission he told you to come here for, and I'm sure he still considers it of great importance. But this is a message from me. Something that was so secret he could not even tell you in person within the walls of his own palace. You have a true mission, which is to discover the 10 pieces of the crown of truth and bring it back to him, so that he might conquer the entire world using its power.
That makes so much more sense. When you told us we had to find some girl named Cassia, I was like, oh, well, I guess we're starting off with a bit of a filler, aren't we? Where do we start looking for this crown of truth?
The crown of truth is supposed to be a legendary artifact. Some believe that it is pure myth, that it never existed. It's supposed to be hidden where even the rulers or perhaps even the gods cannot find it, scattered throughout the 2 continents. However, I knew that you all were coming, and I received a prophecy not from Amaris, but from the god of war. I know it was coming. This is Titus Cicero Amulius we speak of. He is a conqueror. I know what he wants. The place that you must go to find the crown of truth. The first piece will be hidden in the Eastern Empire. Currently, Titus Cicero's younger cousin, who is merely a 7-year-old child, rules there. I'm certain he will not take that for long. There is a colony of Fae. Ones that are, I suppose you could say, left behind. There you will find hidden the first piece of the Crown of Truth. That is all I can tell you. As for Cassia, I can sense her presence far, near the old royal capital, Elysia. That is all I can tell you.
Alright, so we raid Elysia. Okay, so if our true objective is to find the Crown of Truth, then do we have to go find Cassia?
Well, the Oracle did say she does believe that the Emperor cares about his daughter, but your true mission, even more important than that, would be finding the Crown of Truth. So he basically wants you to do both, eventually.
Are they okay? So
Are
wait,
they
it's the
close
kingdom
to
of
each
Elysia,
other?
right?
Yeah, Elysia. They are not close to each other at all.
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
it's not like he knew where his daughter was, so...
Okay, gang, it's time to split up.
Oh my gosh.
No, we don't split the party.
Okay.
Is one on the way to the next one?
No.
Oh, okay. So do we know if anyone else is searching for either the Crown of Truth or Cassia?
Do you ask the Oracle this?
Yeah, definitely. Like, are we alone in our search for the Crown of Truth? And is Cassie in any danger if we took a bit of a detour on our way to find her?
Currently, Cassia is fine. I can sense that her soul seems to be in a safe place. Perhaps she is almost happy there, strangely. However, there are others searching for the Crown of Truth. I can sense other oracles have somehow made their way into this world. Oracles that are from other planes of existence. They are working for other gods.
Well, then I say
So we
we
have competition. Before we plan all this stuff, should we just? Is this all we need from the Oracle?
Yep.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it, and we will take what knowledge you gave us and put it to great use. Give like a slight bow or nod my head. Actually, I'll just like nod my head.
Good luck on your quest.
All right, I'm gonna walk out,
Okay.
and I'm gonna beckon for the rest of them to come with me because I have something to say.
After everyone else has left the room, I'm going to ask the Oracle about my father.
Oh gosh.
I've been supposedly dead for a couple years, so I don't know much about recent events with my father. I want to know, like,
I'm
where
sure
he
you
is currently.
can find out if he's still an important noble in the Empire.
The Oracle takes smoke of her pipe and she says, "Ah, Senuri Shaldor. He still lives. No one likes him. Even I have heard of him. He does nothing but steal from in the Empire.
All he does is ask people if they've paid their taxes, then kill them if they don't.
They live in dire poverty. He still kills them.
I know this much about my own father. The point is, I need stuff that I don't know.
He has grown more
Maybe take
powerful.
him.
He
Is
has
that a Star Wars
quite a-
reference? We can scratch that off the bingo card.
Yeah, I was literally about to say he has become more powerful than you.
Yeah,
can
I'm like, I don't.
imagine.
I mean, what else do you say? Like, guy's more powerful. What do you want to say?
That was
He
on the
has
bingo
become-
card, though. So is that a Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's become more powerful.
Now I
He
just gotta
is-
die like 3 times.
Yeah, he has more allies who support him. They cling to him like parasites, thinking that they can have some of his leftovers, basically. He works more for the Eastern Empire now. Titus tired of him and sent him away.
Okay, I just kind of turn and leave.
As you guys leave the Oracle, outside is standing the young man with all the scrolls, and he says, "I forgot to introduce myself. I am an antiquarian by the name of Lexus. The Emperor thought I would be of great assistance on your journey. I am pleased to be working with you," and he holds out his hand.
I'll shake it.
You
So I'm
shake it.
guessing I'm the one in front of him. What's his name again?
I'm shaking his
Lexus.
hand. I'm befriending this man.
It's basically a historian. All right. Thank you, guys.